Hello and welcome back. My name is Alicia and this is Project Vegan, so let's get baking. Today I wanted to make some chocolate cupcakes because I was going through all my videos and I noticed I don't even have chocolate cupcakes on I haven't made a video about them, and that's like a super simple thing, so that's what we're making today. The plan was to make a chocolate buttercream as well, but I don't have enough cocoa, so they're just going to be plain chocolate muffins with no icing, which means you can put whatever icing you want on them, or you can create a very simple ganache, which is just chocolate and cream. The sky's the limit, really. You can be as creative as you want. So this is just a chocolate muffin base recipe. But without any further ado, let's get started with the baking. Before we don't want to do anything else, also there's a lawnmower in the background, I don't know if you can hear it. We are going to make two simple things, but are super important. We need to make some flax eggs. We need to make 2 to be exact. And we need to make a vegan buttermilk. Both are super simple and I'm going to show you how to do it. So for the flax eggs, which we're going to make first, you need 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed or linseed. I like to make my own. I just buy the seeds and grind them up in a blender. It's as simple as that. 2 tablespoons of those. To those 2 tablespoons, you want to add 4 tablespoons of water. I added the 4 tablespoons off camera, and I'm just going to give that lovely solution there a good mix, and then set it aside. It should do its own thing, and it'll become really gloopy. The other thing you need to do is take 1 cup of plant-based or dairy-free milk, which I already have portioned out here, and you're going to need a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to add a tablespoon in using my red thing again. And put that in there and then give it a good mix. What this does is the acid in the apple cider vinegar causes the milk to curdle a little bit, thickens it up. It creates vegan buttercream, which is nice and thick and what we need for this recipe. Now that we have made those 2 things, we can put all our I really can't speak today. We can put all our dry ingredients in a bowl. So to a bowl, you are going to want to add 1, 2. You're then going to want to add 1 3/4 cups of flour, so then 1/2 and 1/4. I'm also going to add in 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and a pinch of salt. I'm also going to add in my 85 grams of cocoa powder. Then I'm just going to mix these dry ingredients all together with a dry spatula to make them all incorporated. Once everything's all mixed through well, I am going to add in your buttermilk that you made earlier, as well as the flax eggs, which have gone really solid now, which you'll see as I pull them in. They're really gloopy. In addition to those 2, you're also going to add in 1/2 cup of oil. I'm using coconut oil. And then you're just going to mix those together. Once you've all mixed through and it kind of looks like this, you don't want to over mix it, but you also don't want big flour pockets sitting on the bottom. So mine's pretty much just combined, and I know there's no big flour pockets on the bottom because I've scraped the bottom. Now what you want to do is you want to add in 1 cup of still hot coffee. However, you want to add this in slowly so that you can mix it and it doesn't go everywhere. Mine's so hot the kettle just boiled, so I'm going to be quite careful with this and start with little bits at a time. Now if you're really against coffee, you can just use a little bit of hot water. That is not a problem, but coffee and chocolate, depending on how much you put in, you can't actually taste it. So that last cake I made, my boyfriend hates coffee, but he didn't even know I put coffee in it because coffee enriches chocolate flavor. Alright, I'm all done. It's very liquidy, so I can't tilt it too much. Now it's time to put it in some cupcake tins. And I can tell you now, I'm going to need a lot more cupcake tins. Also, just to mention, I should have told you this earlier, but you want to preheat oven to 180 degrees Celsius on bake, and it'll bake, I think it'll bake for about 20 minutes, but I'm not entirely certain as it's originally a cake recipe, but we shall find out. So, time to put them in the cupcake tins. Okay, so there's no way I'm lifting the bowl to pour it in, and that would make a mess anyway, and there's no way a tablespoon's working, so we're gonna try a ice cream scoop, and we're also going to show maybe an 1/8 of a cup or a 1/4 cup. See if we can get these in. I look so concentrated here, it's kind of funny, but I was trying so hard not to make a mess and drip it all over the counter and all over the muffin tins. I did not succeed whatsoever. It's such a runny mixture. It would have been quite a bit easier to pick up the bowl and pour it, but it was way too heavy for me, and honestly, knowing myself, I would have made way more of a mess, but yeah, I tried my best. Can you confirm the batter tastes good though? And I still have half a bowl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook them. When they come out of the oven, I'll tell you how long they cooked for. And I'll come back when they're all done. So I'll see you in at least 20 minutes. Also, sorry, before I move on to the, I just want to say that it felt like I was like ladling it like a chocolate soup. So if anything was going to be like good soup, it's this. Like, good soup. Anyway. Okay, excuse the toaster sandwich machine, but are all finished. These are how my chocolate cupcakes have turned out. They are quite flat on the top, which isn't a bad thing. And just like that, they'd be perfect to decorate. They're still cooling a little bit. They're still a little bit hot to the touch. I need to put them on cooling racks. But they've got a bit of a crispy top, nice and fluffy and soft. And when you put the toothpick through them, they come out clean. So they're completely cooked. And I think they took about 25 minutes in my oven at 190 degrees Celsius. Fan bake, and then I swapped to bake halfway through. Yeah, they smell amazing. The house smells amazing. But yes, oh, I'll show you the inside. That's what I thought. We'll see if we can get it out. Oh, they're really, really rich and really, really moist. That's the inside. And I personally wouldn't eat heaps of these just because they're super rich, super moist, very decadent cake, but they're really good. And I know the rest of my family will love them. So if you're after a really moist cupcake recipe, this is it. It's almost like one of those really cakey brownies, but it's not. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you consider making these if the next time you need to make a chocolate cupcake for any reason. Vegan or not vegan, up to you. But also, just a quick reminder, you don't have to be vegan to make vegan treats. Like, you may have a friend that's vegan, or you may just be watching for entertainment purposes or something along those lines. Doesn't matter, they're for everyone. So I hope you enjoy. Please hit that like button if you like this kind of video, and if you're going to consider making these, comment down below what you want to see next, or if there's any recipes you want me to try, comment them down below. And yeah, if you please consider subscribing. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. So I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.